With the Butt Kicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. Butt Kicker. The future is feeling.
The most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic real world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $400,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
Back trackside once again here tonight, race fans. Darlington Raceway on tap for the Wheels for Warriors USA Pro Cup Series. Race number 8 gonna get kicked off. Last week we were at Richmond International Raceway. This week, though, gonna head a little further down south. Air temperature, mild little night here, fall night at Darlington Raceway. That's right, just outside of Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. You can enjoy some fun, sun, sand, and surf just a little bit down here at Myrtle Beach. How you doing? How you feeling out there in TV Land, race fans? Glad you could all join us here tonight. As always, Dave in the Cave bringing you the calls from the trackside. 10-minute qualifying session already underway. You can see, as we already alluded to, a little bit of a mild night, 77 degrees out here. Track temperature mirrors the air temperature. Look for that to change throughout tonight's racing. Who you got out there? Let's hear who you got. It looks like we've got one in the chat already. Eric Anderson, you better be on your toes, buddy. You got some people out there watching you, so we'll see how he goes about it. Chris Dean going to go top of the speed charts with his qualifying effort. We'll go ahead and throw that qualifying information up there, too. Ooh, well, there we go. To the left-hand side of your screen, David Rogerson, Chris Dean, only two drivers to put in a time lap. Tom Richter is out on track. Justin Groves also out on track. Colby Tucker gonna put down the fast lap. Quick time in qualifying here belongs to no. Chris Dean gonna snatch it back at the last moment. 28.719 is your provisional pole. Crazy fast qualifying here with just 2 minutes on the stopwatch. We've already got 5 drivers in and multiple other drivers out there on the track. Look for this qualifying session to be quite heated here tonight. A little bit different shape. Darlington is known for its very distinct and different corners around the track, and that does add to some of the characteristics here. Drivers sometimes can lose sight of where they're at. I don't think anybody going to lose sight of where they are here tonight, though. Let's see who we've got out there. Track a bit quiet. You can hear one driver bringing it to a crawl. That's Trevor Ryan. He's going to go ahead and get going now. Eric Anderson, he's out there. What do you say we jump down trackside, have a little look at Anderson and his qualifying attempt? A little bit of a wiggle there off of turn number 2. He'll head down into turn 3. Let's see the line here. Does he keep it up to the high side? Not quite running that fence line just yet, so it looks like maybe the driver's not venturing up there quite early enough in happy hour. Anderson going to shut it down after his time lap. Oh, into the outside wall. That's going to leave a mark. Nonetheless, that 43 will slot in the 6th starting position for now. Right now, quick time belongs to Chris Dean. 28.718 on the stopwatch for Dean. Heck of a qualifying lap there. We've still got Bob Rogerson, Andrew Caldwell, Jerry Isaacs yet to put in a time lap, Crank Bell, Paul Turner, Andrew Koska. How about Matt Kontosh? He hasn't hit the track yet here in his 80 machine. Cole Gray in the 88, he's yet to qualify too. Todd Neese looks like he's going to climb aboard the 60 Ford Mustang and try to put down his qualifying lap. What do you say we go down, take a look there at Neese? .60 seconds away from the halfway point here in qualifying, and we've still got more than half of the field yet to put in a qualifying time. Frank Bell looks like he's going to climb aboard his Chevy ZL1 Camaro. The 14 going to roll off a pit road this time around. Todd Neese put down his first time lap this time. Does he keep it clean? Real close there through 3 and 4. But that's what you got to do. You got to kind of flirt with disaster here at Darlington. The lady in black, the track too tough to tame. It makes you race it. If you're playing it safe, you're more than likely going to find yourself in a bad spot at a bad time. But Todd Neese goes 5th on the speed charts with his first time lap. Crank Bell, Andrew Koska out up to speed and out on track. Can Todd Neese keep it together and put down a flyer here? Going to cross the line. Where's he going to shake out? Neese going to improve, but he's only going to go to a 3rd. Bob Rogerson in 78. He's out on track. Why don't we check out the 47 of Andrew Koska? He's going to make his way off of turn number 2. I believe this is his first time lap, already out there on his flying lap. Craig Bell going to put in a time lap here very shortly as well. Patrick Stein, Cole Gray, Matt Kontosh, Paul Turner, Dave Gainforth, Brian Dorsey, Coleridge Finmore yet to go out on track. Koska going to jump into the top 10. He'll go 6th with his first time lap. Ooh, may touch the wall there. That lap may not count this time around. Crank Bell going to slot in just behind him in 7th. Nice 3 and 4. A little bit of a twitch off of the exit of 4 there for Kontosh. He's going to improve. He's going to jump to 2nd. What a lap there. Still about 500ths off, though. Just quite not enough. Bob Rogerson going to cross the line. 2nd time lap right there. He's going to go 6th on the speed chart. How about Coleridge Finmore? He's getting into the car. Looks like Justin Groves in the 99. He's going to begin to get in his car. Why don't we follow Finmore around here for his qualifying laps? I do believe we have an in-car camera shot, so why don't we go ahead, take a little look-see right on board with the driver that's been to victory lane multiple times this season. Coleridge Finmore in the 1 looks to chase after another championship a little bit ways down the road here in in season number 2, but Finmore, one of those perennial contenders and every week race contender. He's going to begin his 2nd time lap. You can see him clip that dotted line on the bottom of the racetrack. And this is where drivers really in my opinion, drivers that are really good at diamonding the corners. This is a track that really suits their styles because they're able to float it up there to the outside wall and then turn it back down off the corner exit and get a great launch, especially through 1 and 2. 3 and 4, a little bit more subtle. Finmore not subtle with his first time. Oh, did he touch the wall? He's going to stand in it off of 2, so he must not have touched the wall. He's going to go 3rd with his first time lap. Cole Gray going to jump in his machine now as we're down to just 2 minutes remaining in tonight's qualifying session. He was off the gas for quite some time there. Will Finmore, will it be enough? I'm not sure he's going to be able to do it, and he does. Top of the speed charts, new pole sitter tonight. Finmore puts down a 28.623. What a lap. That is an absolute killer lap right there, man. A 6.23. Wow. Cole Gray going to go 12th with his first time lap. Final minute and a half, and it looked like a little scrape there. And yes, we're seeing an indication about that. So we're going to go ahead and begin to step away from the track, head down trackside for the national anthem. Don't go anywhere, race fans. We will be right back with your starting lineup here tonight from Darlington Raceway.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly wailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rackets regular their bombs bursting in air gave proof
5 at Darlington Raceway. There you see the field begins to roll off, and we hear those familiar sounds in the background. It's time to run down tonight's official starting lineup. Race number 8 here in the Wheels for Warriors USA Pro Cup Series. Lining up inside row number 1, and your pole sitter here tonight, the one of Coleridge Finmore. Just to his outside, Chris D. fast last night, or Tuesday night, I should say. Will it be fast here tonight? Andrew Koska and Colby Tucker back in row 2. Row number 3, Todd Neeson, Tom Richter, Bob Rogerson, and Dave Rogerson going to walk out row 4. Craig Bell inside row number 5, and rounding out your top 10, the 18 of Trevor Ryan. Back in row 6, the 43 of Eric Anderson. Cole Gray in the 88 going to slot in the 12th spot. There you can see Matt Contouch. He's going to round out your top 15. The rest of the running order looks a little something like that. Justin Groves has a long way to go here tonight as we work our way off of turn number 4 for the first time. Pace car already done. Here we go. Wait for it. And green flag flies for the first time tonight from Darlington Raceway. All the drivers up through the gears. Everybody looks like they had a good start. Good jump out there by Christine. He's able to hang tight with the one of Finmore, the 47 of Koska. He's going to look to the inside now on Dean. Oh, and into the outside wall. That's the, I believe, that is the 37 of David Rogerson. They got into the outside wall. Lap 1 here on turn number 2. Into the outside wall again on the entry at 3. 37 struggling a little bit up at the top of the track. And we got a driver dropping off of the pace. That looks to be the 18 of Trevor Ryan. He's going to give up a handful of positions. Nose to tail racing up in front of this field. You can see a lot of single file runs here at Darlington Raceway. You really got to work on the passes. This track, not known, typically known for a lot of 2 wide, 3 wide racing. It can happen. We should see it happen. But for now, these drivers going to stay single file and just try to slowly pick their way up through the field. Speaking of picking our way through the field, let's jump around just a little bit and go back here with that 18 of Trevor Ryan. He had a bit of a moment there off of turn number 2. Gave up a lot of positions. He's lost 5 spots from where he started tonight's race. Ryan struggling to even hang on to the top 15 right now. Man, that car's super loose off of 2. Cody Richardson, Justin Groves, both of those drivers with some big moves here tonight. The 99 has gained 6 positions so far throughout tonight's race. Started all the way back in 20th. Big stack up. Ooh, the 88 of Cole Gray got into the outside wall, and there was a huge stack up. Eric Anderson, off of the outside wall and across the track. 2 drivers involved. Anderson going to come back up onto the track. Tough break here tonight for both Mike Grandy and Eric Anderson. Those 2 drivers caught up in really just a racing incident there. To be honest, just into the outside wall. Car pushed up a little bit. We'll look at the replay here. And the car just got loose and didn't actually hit the outside wall. Just got a bit loose there coming off of the corner exit. And unable to catch the car was Mike Grandy Sr. We'll back it up just a little bit one more time. What do you say we go from the cockpit here of Mike Grandy? There you can see the car float around just a little bit and come down. Oh, and that second hit, that's what did it. That's what put all that damage on both of those machines. Tough break for both of those drivers. And you can see the 43 of Eric Anderson. He is down on pit road, and he'll be there for quite some time. Back up front with your race leader. There you can see Coleridge Finmore going to cross the line this time around. We'll have our first caution of the evening here at lap number 5. Out of the 130 scheduled in tonight's official race distance. So Finmore was able to get off to a good jump. Where did Christine end up? All the way back in the 5th position now. Dean lost 3 spots on the restart. So a very tough restart there. Very early here tonight. He hung with them going down into turn 1 and then really got stuck on the outside and had to give up multiple positions there. Fortunately, able to slot back in line and keep a top 5, but unfortunately dropping from 2nd all the way back there. tough break here for some of the drivers early tonight. You know, while we've got ourselves some time, what do you say we go ahead and run down some championship standings for you? What do you say? Let's give you some of the looks at how things are running throughout season number 2 here in the Wheels for Warriors USA Pro Cup Series. Andrew Koska able to take that points lead there. You see it just by 1 point ahead of Tom Richter right now. Cody Richardson, Eric Anderson, Coleridge, Finmore now rounds out the top 5. Finmore back multiple points. You can see him almost 20-plus points behind your points leader, Justin Dalton, Todd Neese. How about Trevor Ryan and Craig Bell rounding out the top 10 here? Bell about 29 points or so behind the points leader. So he's looking to have a good finish. Bell has not been to victory lane yet so far this season, so doesn't have anything to fall back on. But will we see a first-time winner here tonight from Darlington Raceway? Who's got what it takes to tame her? Who can get it done here tonight at the Lady in Black? Who's going to have those Darlington stripes? I think we may be able to count the Darlington stripes a little bit easier out there. The drivers that don't, look for them to be running at the front towards the end. Race like here, you're always just trying to keep the car as clean as possible. Well, the guys can't wait to have you out there on the track either next season. Both of you guys, that's going to be good to get you back in here, get you on track, get you suited up and ready to go with these drivers. Great racing action week in, week out. Pace car lights are off. We are set to go back green flag racing this time here tonight from Darlington Raceway. And as we said, still a very long way to go in the season for these drivers. A lot of time for drivers to begin to make up some points. I mean, the chase doesn't even start until, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, the chase starts right in, what is it, December? January? Championship night, I do know, is in January. We'll have to check the calendar here. I do believe, but nonetheless, we're gonna go back green flag racing. We'll get to the schedule again here in just a little while. Double file once again. Finmore gonna lead the field back to the restart line, ready to go. Wait for it. Here we go. Green flag racing as Finmore gets on the loud pedal, on the gas and up through the gears. Look at the run by the 47 on the outside. Koska timed that correct. He's got some help now. Check out the ride. That is a nice ride right there. How about Tom Richter and that scheme right there? Loving it, man. I don't. Is it a Jeff Gordon paint? Like, I don't even know what that is, but it is nice. Top 3 drivers all nose to tail. Finmore continues to lead this race, has been the only race leader so far here tonight. Driver that started in second, Chris Dean, dropped 3 positions on that early initial green run there, just 5 laps before we had our first caution of the evening. And as the drivers at the front begin to sort things out amongst themselves, Brian Dorsey getting by Chris Wold for 14th, a little bit further back through the pack. What do you say we jump around the track a little bit? Go back here with Cole Gray in the 88 as he was battling with Paul Turner and Dave Gainforth. Andrew Caldwell in the 46, hot on the trail of Justin Groves. Groves, your biggest mover here. 9 positions on the track so far here tonight. 64 of Cody Richardson also gaining 9 positions as we watch the battle unfold behind Tom Richter, the 34 machine sitting in the 3rd position, and everybody loose off of 4. Giving up a little bit of a gap now is that 34. Looks like he's struggling a little bit here after this latest restart. Bob Rogerson. He was into that outside wall. The car doesn't look that bad from this vantage point. We'll see if we can't get some other camera shots out there, take a little bit better of a look at it. No, there you can see also the 77, I believe. That was Dave Gainforth. 70. Oh no. The 78 of Bob Rogerson. Big trouble here tonight. Chris Wold goes way up the track. Dave Gainforth right there in the 101. He's going to make his way around. Mike Grandy involved in that earlier race incident, and there you can see him hounding Dave Gainforth for the 15th spot. He's going to go ahead and get that position for the time being. 32 of Wold trying to bring his Howling machine a little bit closer to the front of the field. Everybody still chasing Finmore at the front. Finmore beginning to step away just a little bit. We'll get that timing and scoring back up for you. Whoa! Chris Wold into the outside wall, almost into a handful of drivers here. Oh my goodness. That could have been bad, and damage control going to be needed after that hard lick out of Chris Wold into the outside wall off of turn number 2. And that's going to be the hot spot of the night. I'm telling you, turn number 2 is going to catch a lot of drivers out. And if you hit that wall at the wrong angle, it just shoots your car across the track. Just very hard to maintain the car, keep the car underneath you after contact with the outside wall out of turn 2. 4 is a little bit more manageable as the front stretch kind of opens up a little bit, but here off of 2, the track kind of closes down on you, and you just don't have the time to get the car corrected most of the time. We'll stay right here with this battle between Chris Dean, Tom Richter, Todd Neese in the Publix machine. Right behind him, only Ford at the front. The 60 of Neese trying to represent the blue ovals in his fast Publix Ford Mustang. And I don't know, it looks like Richter's struggling a little bit here in front of Dean, so Todd Neese may see himself into a top 5, and Dean almost into that outside wall. Drivers going to make their way off of turn 4 and head down the front stretch, and here we go back to turn number 1. Here the entire field comes. Look at those fans in the stands. Packed house here tonight for the Wheels for Warriors USA Pro Cup Series. Race number 8 from Darlington Raceway. Field heads down the backstretch and off into turn number 3. There they go once again, making their way through the center of the corner. Now they'll head back off of the corner exit and back across the start-finish line. Lap number 20 now underway, still battling right here. Second, third, fourth. Or I believe I apologize. That's fourth on back. That's Dean, Richter, Neese, Bell, Richardson, all right there battling with each other. Bell recovering some of those positions lost on that earlier stop, and it looks like Patrick Stein may have had some problems banging off the outside wall, and Tom Richter into the outside wall now on lap 21. Look for those cars on the right side. You'll see those are the cars that are struggling. The ones that are a little bit scraped up, those are the ones struggling with the handling as the laps get on the tires. And we hear you, Eric, man. Glad to see you out of the infield care center. Walking away from that one. Tough little break there. Car just kind of stepped out. And just unfortunately not able to finish the night here. But we do appreciate you checking in with us. We do appreciate you coming to the track tonight. Hang on out with us here. Give us some insight. How was the car out there? Was the car as loose as it looks coming off of these corners? Because it doesn't look like it's just certain drivers. Everybody is struggling. Ooh, tight race here. Third and fourth on the speedway. Oh my goodness. And just off in front of them, Andrew Koska. See, I told you. Even Koska right there running in second. He's struggling with grip. Rear end of these machines all over the track here tonight at Darlington Raceway. Let's check that weather report. Does the track temperature Whoa, big moment back there as well. Oh my gosh, that could have been bad. Not sure who that quite was, but let's check in on that weather report there. Track temperature has went up about, what is that, about 5 degrees. Yes, 5 degrees increase on the track temperature. So as these drivers put down these laps, put down the rubber on the track, it's heating the track up, and drivers starting to slip and slide just a little bit more. Yeah, I would agree, and I'm not even out there on the track. Not a lot of room at Darlington Raceway. It's one of those, I've got to set you up and got to hit it at the right time kind of pass. Great pass there by Tom Richter. You can see that one almost completely timed pass on the two of Chris Dean, as Dean was going to struggle and go up the track just right there to capitalize and take advantage in that K-Centrals. The 34 machine, Richter moves to 4th, Dean falls back to 5th. Keep in mind, race fans out there in TV land, check out Cyber Salutes. That's right, if you want to help to the cause here with Wheels for Warriors USA, you can go on right there. You can see it. Text W4W USA. That's Wheels for Warriors USA to 855-202-2100. And if you don't want to donate, you can always head down in the description. You can check out the link right there in the description. Head on over to the Wheels for Warriors website. Great organization giving back to at-risk veterans all year long for multiple years now. Great organization helping vets 2 wheels at a time. I mean, how much better can it get? Helping our at-risk veterans. As we all know, those numbers and those suicide rates, and they are not good, not pretty at all. And this organization doing a heck of a job, doing one of the coolest things, I think, as we see a driver into the outside wall. That's the 47 of Casca. But guys and gals back there at the Wheels for Warriors USA organization, they mentor, sponsor an at-risk veteran, and after a period of time of being with their program, give them some riding lessons and things of that nature, and at the end, they're presented with their very own motorcycle to enjoy the freedoms of riding. Those of you that are out there in TV land that do have a motorcycle and get away on that, you understand and you know what a great escape it is, what a beautiful therapeutic moment it is, just you, the bike. You know, you gotta ride to know what I'm talking about and understand the feeling. But it's a beautiful, beautiful thing, and great guys and girls over there at the Wheels for Warriors USA organization. If you haven't already, please do it. At least go check them out. Go look at them. Located right there in Lincoln, Nebraska. So if you're interested in maybe donating some old gear, some riding gear you don't use anymore, they'll accept any and all donations. Head on down in the description right here below and click on the link. Head over to wheelsforwarriorsUSA.org. That's www.w4wusa.org. Seeing big struggles by drivers that were in the front. Andrew Koska in the 47, he's starting to struggle after contact with the outside wall. He picked up that Darlington stripe. And how about Finmore? We haven't really talked about Finmore in quite some time. Why don't we head up to your race leader real fast here? Let's see if we can't go check out Coleridge Finmore. There he is, right there. Front of the field, leading the pack at the top of the racetrack. Absolutely blazing fast. Just put the 80 of Matt Contosh down one lap. And just lap after lap, he's consistently the fastest driver on the track. Tom Richter, the only one turning in comparative laps, but Richter, he's got to get himself up and around Colby Tucker right now, who runs in that second position in the 96 machine. Finmore out to a 7-second advantage. He is Well, he's at a point now he may be able to throttle it back a little bit and maybe save a little bit of the tires here to try to extend the run. See if he can't have the freshest tires at the end of the runs each and every time. We'll see how it all plays out. What do you say we jump back around the track with some of the action? And oh, there's Chris Dean. He got into the outside wall once again, and he's going to give up a lot of positions. Dean going to go back from battling for third back to sitting in fifth. Andrew Koska has dropped off the pace quite considerably here. Now that 37 of Dave Rogerson, that outside wall contact. Whoa, Koska super loose off of the corner. Did you see that? We got to go check that out. Andrew Koska, man, I'm telling you, he is on the ragged edge here. He is wrecking every lap, just not crashing. Oh, fighting that car off of the corner exit. You can see the driver's hands inside the windshield just sawing at the wheel coming off of turn number 4. Koska, hands full. He's begging for a caution so he can try to throw some spring rubber, something at it. He's going to need more than just 4 tires and some fuel to fix the problem on that 47. And he's going to go to the top of the speedway, give the position to the 60 of Todd Neese. Whoa, slide job. A little bit too much on the slider there. The 60 of Neese into the outside wall. And that's going to allow 47 back by to the inside. Now that high line prevailing on 1 and 2. Neese gets right back on by, and he may need a little dirty air on the front end of that machine. I mean, we've seen Koska struggle when there's nobody in front of him. Seems to be able to run really strong when there's a ton of dirty air being dumped on the hood of that machine. So it looks like the aero push helps fix the loose off, if that makes sense. Most of the time, you know, from a crew chief standpoint, that would be the opposite way. You would have that. Because you were pushing, you would have that loose off. You're trying to turn the wheel so much that when it finally does catch, the car just starts to slip around. But we're seeing it happen before really the late exit. We're seeing it right as they crest that hill. Right as they come out of 4, there's a little bit of a hill there, kind of like an elevator, if you will. Not quite as drastic as, say, Dover, but you do kind of lurch and lunge a little bit up and out of the corners here from Darlington Raceway. If you haven't had a chance to get there to the racetrack and walk around, you got to get to it. And what in the world is this? Side racing action now as Andrew Koska continues to fall through the running order. And I hear you, but I just can't keep that kind of crazy spam stuff out there in the chat. Just not how we roll, not what we do, but you know. Yeah, anyways. Back to it here as we watch Koska continue to struggle. We heard him bang it off of the outside wall pretty hard. There's Justin Groves. He's going to go ahead and pull to pit road. Groves, is this a scheduled stop? We'll see if drivers begin to come to pit road or just after him. It's crazy. I don't want to get caught up in talking about that very much while we've got this great race going on, but it's crazy. Track up in the 4th position. There's the 64 of Cody Richardson. He's been able to get by Tom Richter. Chris Dean has recovered some of his lost positions. He's now up into the 3rd spot, but Finmore continues to build that gap. Now 8.3 second advantage over Colby Tucker, who's actually beginning to step away from third and fourth place here. It all looks like Justin Groves may have spun it coming off of pit road. Yes, Groves spinning it coming off of pit road. He'll go back down pit road one more time. Chris Wold coming out of pit road this time around after being on pit road for a very, very long time. Down multiple laps here tonight from Darlington Raceway. We're now on lap number 44 out of the 130 scheduled in tonight's official race distance. Finmore has checked out. He has led every single lap. A lot of drivers to pit road. We've seen a few drivers pit there on lap 5 under our first caution. Drivers like Paul Turner, Cole Gray, Trevor Ryan was not one of them. Do apologize there. Mike Grandy Sr. in the 12 machine. He came down pit road, sitting back in the 15th position right now. Crank Bell, though, solid qualifying effort. He's lost one position. Now he's going to go ahead and come to pit road. Bell will lose a lap, lose that top 10 position for the time being, as it looks like green flag pit stops underway now for the first time tonight from Darlington Raceway here for the Wheels for Warriors USA Pro Cup Series. Todd Neese going to gain a position as Cody Richardson going to pull to pit road. Tom Richter going to join him down there for service and tires. Finmore still keeps that 8, almost 9 second lead now as he works his way around the track. Richardson, Richter, Dorsey all onto pit road. Left side tires down and away for Crank Bell. He's going to make his way off of pit road. Looks like the 12 of Mike Grandy Sr. going to come to pit road this time around. Finmore stays out. Tucker stays out. Dean stays out on track. We'll take a look real quick here with Trevor Ryan running in the 8th position right now. Ryan listed off of the lead lap behind Cole Gray, who is your lucky dog right now during this long stretched out green flag pit stop here. And it looks like drivers setting themselves up for a 2-stop race. Looks like that's what it's going to be here tonight. Let's go around the track. Who do we got? Let's see who's still out there. Top 4 drivers still out. Make that top 5 as Andrew Koska and Trevor Ryan. They both stay out on the track. 101 of Dave Gainforth looking for some real estate on the track. Looking for some air on the front end of his Ford Mustang. And it's Scooby-Doo out there tonight for Gainforth. Check him out. And he's going to check out. He's going to come to pit road. Let's take a look at Andrew Koska. There is Koska. And it does look like Koska may have found a little bit something now. Was struggling for just a little bit there. But it does look like he's found some pace, as it looks like, on the brakes and down to pit road. Koska going to join Finmore, Dean, Tucker, Ryan this time around. And he's going to miss pit road. Andrew Koska missed pit road. Oh my gosh, that is going to, he's going to need a caution. I mean, that's all you can say right there. He almost came to a stop, missing the entry to pit road. Hopefully he's got some fuel to go out there and try to get in another solid lap, and it looks like running out of fuel. Andrew Koska, just the second race leader of the night, and man, he missed pit road, my goodness. We'll watch him as he does make pit road this time around. Let's jump back with your eventual race leader once again, the Hall Man. Stepping out. Cody Richardson looks like he gained a little bit of time during this green flag pit stop exchange. Gained a lot of time, actually, there. You can see just about 3.2 seconds back from your race leader. He pitted 3 laps earlier, so the fresh tires netting him about 6 seconds on the track. But keep in mind, Finmore going to have about 3 lap fresher tires this entire run, so Finmore may be able to stretch that race lead back out. Already 1 second lost by Richardson here as we cross the line to begin lap number 51. And absolutely, I hear you. The lady in black, she don't play. That's why they call it the track too tough to tame. I mean, you can be having a great night here, and things like that just will throw it all away. I mean, you look at Koska, he struggled for quite a bit, got the car back underneath him, looked like he was going to be able to recover well throughout the runs that we were going to continue to have here. And unfortunately now Koska listed outside of the top 10, off of the lead lap, back in the 14th position. He's going to need a caution, and he's going to have to hope that it comes right around a green flag pit cycle where he can stay out in the race leader, come to pit road to get those tires and fuel. Man. Finmore now out to another commanding 4.9, make it 5-second race advantage by the time he gets back across the stripe. That gap going to continue to grow. Todd Neese now sitting in the third position with Chris Dean in fourth. Crank Bell rounds out your top 5. How about the stop by Bell? He came in 4 laps sooner than most of the field here tonight, and Bell was able to gain multiple positions. He's now up 4 spots from where he started tonight's race. 14 sits in 5th. Watching the 18 of Trevor Ryan as he's trying to run down Paul Turner. Turner listed as the first driver off of the lead lap in the lucky dog position, about 3 seconds out in front of Trevor Ryan. So he's got a little bit of ways to go. And how about that, man? Did you see the crinkled up nose on that machine? Who was that in that Sirius XM machine? Some heavy front end damage. Looked like the right front was crinkled up a little bit on the hood. We'll have to wait to see who that was once again. But there, the 60 of Nice looking for a little bit of pace, trying to run back down Cody Richardson, and that's going to be for second and third on the racetrack. And yes, the 46, Andrew Caldwell, that's who it was. Caldwell battling with Tom Richter, and you can see some damage on that right front. Trying to jump around, keep you in all the action that's all over the track. I mean, we've got drivers running with each other for the same real estate, some of them on the same lap, some of them one lap down. Only 9 drivers now left on the lead lap. We started tonight's race with 23 drivers. We are down to just 17 on the track, and as we already said, down to just 9 left on the lead lap. And very soon, you're going to see the race leader, Finmore, come up behind that 34 of Tom Richter. Richter listed as the last driver on the lead lap as the cameraman jumps around a little bit, trying to catch all the action. There's the 2 of Chris Dean. He's starting to close in on the back marker. The 88 of Cole Gray struggle here tonight. Gray sitting in 12th, 64 of Richardson. He's starting to gain a little time. Look at this. Gaining a lot of time. Oh, well, now losing that time. It's going right back the opposite way. Gained a lot of time there. I believe that was through 1 and 2, but gave up quite a bit down the backstretch, and now off of turn 4 there, the gap begins to grow once again. Finmore has that 8-second advantage once again. If you haven't already, race fans, join us in that push and quest of 3,000 subscribers. We hit 2 with you, so let's keep it climbing. Drop these drivers that thumbs up. Show them some love and appreciation. Show them you like all the great racing action they provide you, not just here tonight from Darlington Raceway, but each and every Thursday night right here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. The Wheels for Warriors USA Pro Cup Series. Drop those drivers that thumbs up. Click subscribe, smash the bell over there on the right-hand side. Get notified anytime we go live here on the Turn 3 Racing Network, whether it's myself, Dave in the Cave, or anybody else back at the Turn 3 headquarters. We appreciate each and every one of you, each and every time you stop by, whether you're just sliding through to say what's up, how you doing, what's going on, or you're one of the dedicated fans, friends, family, maybe even one of the sponsors coming in, checking things out. We do miss you guys in the booth. Look to catch up with you once again before the season's over and talk about a few of the programs going on. So can't wait to have you guys back at the track with us. Everybody over there at Wheels for Warriors USA organization, hats off to you for everything you've done, and hats off to all of you out there in TV land. Without you, there would be no us. And again, drop these drivers that thumbs up. Close battle here as Tom Richter in contact with the outside wall, and Richter gets into the one of Finmore. Oh my gosh, caution flag flies. That's gonna be big trouble. Oh, big trouble for Finmore. Oh no. Let's see if we've got that one on track here. And we're not seeing it there. And Tom Richter involved in this one. Finmore involved in this one. We're not seeing that race incident again where we can get to it on the replay. Let's see if we can't find it this way here. Oh man, that was a rough one. And there you can see just off of the outside wall. They're trying to avoid the contact with the outside wall. Trying to look at it one more time here. And yeah, scraping the outside wall was the 34 of Richter. Trying to race him clean as he can. Race as hard as he can, and just up into the outside wall a little bit, and that brought him right across the track, right into that left rear quarter panel of Finmore. And from that point on, Finmore was just along for the ride. So we'll head back up with your third different race leader of the night. Third lead change, I apologize, of the evening. And looks like Richardson, he's going to go ahead and come to pit road. This may benefit a few drivers, though. Does everybody on the lead lap stay out? Does Todd Neese stay out on the track? Trying to find the 60, and it looks like Todd Neese is going to stay out on track, but he's behind a lot of these drivers here, so they're going to be able to get themselves a wave around. Fortunate enough for a lot of those drivers, they were needing a caution flag to get back on the lead lap. And look for Andrew Koska to really benefit from this one. That 47, there's your saving grace. Koska with an opportunity to try to drive back up through the field. I hear you. There may be some drive shafts flying around down there in pit road or in post race in the haulers, man. There may be some fisticuffs flying. I like that word, fisticuffs. It sounds fancy. And well, race fans, while we find ourselves under caution for the second time here tonight, we're going to step away for just a brief commercial break. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with all your green flag action right here from Darlington Raceway. You're watching race number 8 for the Wheels for Warriors USA Pro Cup Series.
We got big time problems with that motor, buddy. Hey, just between you and me, the idea is to avoid the other cars. Congratulations! You just set the sport back 30 years with that move. That move will put you in the Hall of Shame. You keep doing stuff like that and we're going to lose our sponsor. Looks like that's it for us today. Now I know why you got canned by your old team. It's over. We can't fix that damage.
and cut the commercial. We're going to come back live right as we go back green flag racing. Once again, here from Darlington Raceway, the sponsors, you can send me the bill. We got racing action to bring these race fans out here. Oh, contact with the outside wall. Brian Dorsey may have some trouble. The 9 looked like he may have got into the outside wall. Let's see if we can step back from the track just a little bit here. There you can see Koska back in the background. Finmore not really losing that much. After very significant contact, Finmore just outside of the top 5. There you can see him right there. If he can keep, I agree with some of the drivers or some of the folks out there in the chat. I think Finmore has the pace, even with the damage on the rear of the car. If it's not that bad, he may be able to keep the car underneath him well enough to drive back up through the field and still have a shot to battle for the race win. Ken, your pole sitter, driver that has led almost the most laps here tonight. Finmore now with an uphill battle on his hands. Jump around the track just a little bit, trying to bring you some of the other battles, and well, we'll stay right here with one of the closest on tracks. You've got Colby Tucker, Crane Bell, Christine, Coleridge, Finmore, Trevor, Ryan, all right there running with each other. Andrew Caldwell trying to hang on to the draft. Christine going to go down and around the 14 of Bell, who's right there hugging that outside wall. Whoa, close off of 4. Bell picks up a Darlington stripe. He'll keep it headed in the right direction. He'll slot in just in front of the 18 of Trevor Ryan. Still got our eye on the one of Finmore right now as he continues to try to track down the drivers in front of him and work his way back up through the field. Still sitting in that 6th spot right where he started for the restart. Not able to really gain too many positions at all here since the drop of the green flag. Mike Grandy Sr. was able to get by Paul Turner last time around the track. That's going to be a pickup for the 12th position, as now Finmore able to get by Dean. He is going to take that position away. He's going to make it into the top 5. Big wiggle. Big wiggle. Did you see that? I believe that was the 96. We'll have to take a look here. And it is the 96. Colby Tucker, yes, in that all-red machine, red and yellow, really. Big wiggle. That was... Whew. And can you believe it? 73 laps into tonight's race. We are already beyond that halfway point. We are on the downhill side of the lap count. Drivers on the downhill side of the grip on the tires, it looks like. A lot of them struggling here on the corner exit. It doesn't matter if you've got fresh tires or not, man. The grip level here at Darlington Raceway with the sand that blows in from around this track, the beach atmosphere that it is set in here at Darlington, South Carolina, just northwest of Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. Great family vacation spot. I've been there many, many times. Check out Ocean Lakes. Great place. They've got some great food around that place as well. I can tell you about some other things, but we'll have to do that in a personal message or something not fit for all of the audience. Whoa, check it out. Here comes Chris Dean. He's going to move around the 96 of Colby Tucker, who now struggles. Tucker did come down to pit road under that last caution, so he's got fresh tires. He's just struggling a little bit with a grip. 12 laps in to this latest green flag run. Continue to watch Coleridge Finmore as he's beginning to hound the drivers in front. There's Brian Dorsey, the 9. The second fastest Ford out there tonight. Dorsey sitting in that 9 machine just in front of Finmore. That's going to be for third and fourth on the racetrack. And there's Finmore. He's going to make his move. He's going to head down into turn number 1, and he's going to look for that spot. He's going to have it by the time they make it through the corner. Yes, indeed. There it is. Off of turn number 2, there's your race leaders, and Finmore hot on the trail now. Can he catch him? Can he take the spot away down into turn number 3? Drivers will make their way back out of turn number 4 and back onto the front stretch. Coming right at you, right into your screen at home. There goes the race leaders. Everybody in the top 5 gonna go on by, and we'll continue this green flag run. 78 laps into tonight's 130 lap race event here in the Wheels for Warriors USA Pro Cup Series, brought to you by Cyber Thunder Racing Leagues. You can check out Cyber Thunder Racing Leagues on the iRacing.com platform. iRacing.com, world's #1 racing simulator. Head on over to the lead directories and just type it on in, Cyber Thunder Racing Leagues, and boom, there you go. You can check them out on the website as well as Facebook.com. Tell them Dave sent you. Not that it's going to help, but, you know, you can try. Let's see if that's. I don't know. That's a good one. I'm gonna have to think on that one. That is a good one. Out in the chat, it was asked if everybody's pretty much got a Darlington stripe, then what would the damage that the one has on the tail end of the car, on the rear of the car, what would that be called? And I'd call it a wadded up. I mean, I don't know what else to say. It is wadded up pretty decently, but fortunate enough for Finmore, he's able to keep some pace inside of his Chevy ZL1 Camaro as he begins to run down the man we're watching now. That's the 64 of Cody Richardson. Richardson, one of the biggest movers of the race. We got to give credit where credit is due. Richardson has had a very clean night. Haven't really mentioned his name, haven't really seen him into that outside wall. We'll check the right side of the car, as it does look like Todd Neese, he was into the outside wall a little bit earlier tonight, but the 64, he looks clean on all 4 fenders all around the car, and that's why he's got some great pace here tonight. Last time by mirrored your race leader on the stopwatch, so indeed Richardson is closing. One, two, three, 4, all off of turn number 4. They'll cross the start-finish line, begin lap 83 out of the 130 scheduled in tonight's official race distance, and we are working our way down to the final few laps. When will the green flag pit stops begin to take place? Drivers on the pit road about 20 laps ago. So look for these drivers to maybe come to pit road in about another 10 to 15 laps is what I think the fuel run's going to end up being. I think these drivers going to have to pit right around lap number 95 to 100, and that's going to carry them all the way to the end of tonight's race. I think they're going to turn this in to what would have been a 2-stop green flag run to a 3-stopper with the cautions. We'll have to wait to see how it all shakes out. But as always, let's jump to a little bit of driver highlights and spotlights. What do you say? Haven't been through that yet here tonight. Sitting at the front of this field, commanding this race right now. Great race pace inside of that 60 Publix machine. Todd Neese trying to get the job done. You can see right there, a man that knows how to raise some championship trophies and some hardware. Can the 60 raise the trophy here tonight from the Lady in Black Darlington Raceway? The 60 of Neese leads the field. Driver sitting back in the second position out of Blueford, Illinois. Cody Richardson in the 64 machine trying to hunt down Neese for the top spot. Richardson trying to get there. Great run so far here tonight. Biggest mover of the race. He's up 15 spots. Can he make it one more? Richardson runs in second. Coleridge Fenmore, your pole sitter coming into tonight's race. Led 50-plus laps here tonight. Trouble with a driver trying to keep himself on the lead lap in contact with the outside wall for Fenmore. He's going to collect a big stripe on the right side of his car, so he's got the Darlington stripe as well as a beaten up rear end right now. Fenmore runs near the front. He rounds out the podium drivers. Fenmore sits in third. Driver back behind him on the track started outside pole position. Driver sitting inside of that 2 machine. Chris Dean trying to recover some spots that he's lost on the racetrack. Dean with an uphill battle, though, because he's been into the outside. Whoa, the 4 of Paul Turner almost smashes the wall right in front of Christopher Dean on your screen. Oh, my goodness. And we'll bring you your last driver inside of the top 5, the 96 of Colby Tucker out of Matt Sim Racing, yellow stable of drivers from Salisbury, Maryland. He's got nothing special to say. He lets his racing speak for itself, doing a fine job here tonight. He has dropped 1 position from where he qualified in the 4th position. Tucker now going to round out your top 5. And that's going to do it for your driver highlights and spotlights, not your halfway point driver highlights and spotlights. How about 40 lap to go highlights and spotlights? What do you say? We cool with that? We cool? Okay. We're going to go with that. And thank you, Eric, for getting that. Yeah, I believe here at Darlington, I believe it was a total of 5 sets of tires. The one you started the race with in the 4. No, I apologize. Yeah, 4 total. The one you started with, and then 3 sets down in the pit box. So, again, that's another aspect. We haven't really even spoke about that yet. We haven't really spoke about the tire strategy that these drivers may have to worry about. Some of them came down the pit road there on lap number 5. Did they get tires then? Did they get just right sides? We know during the green flag pit cycle, everybody took 4 tires. What did they do under that latest caution that we had? Most of the drivers then, looking through the timing and scoring, most of those drivers took 4 tires there, so that's going to be just 1 set of tires left in the box. So if we get a late race caution after these drivers come down to pit road here, we may not see drivers come to pit road because they might not have any more tires down there. Or did somebody possibly come down and say, you know what, give me some left sides and let me see how that works for this run. A little bit of a gamble, but, I mean, why not? And no lead change just yet. And yes, you're absolutely right, lead change. Neese came to pit road. That's how Cody Richardson got to the race lead. That was back just about a lap ago as Todd Neese pulled off to pit road. That put the field in the hands of Cody Richardson. That's going to be yet another lead change here tonight. I believe that's going to be our 5th different lead change of the evening. We'll check back on that one. And yes, it looks like it is the 5th lead change of the night. Fenmore was right there. What happened? Looks like he struggled just a little bit there. Lost a little bit of pace, a little bit of ground to Richardson, but how about the recovery, man? That's a great call. And here comes Fenmore to pit road. He's going to leave Richardson out on the track by himself. He's going to have to go around one more time. And as drivers come to pit road for what is going to be the money stop, green flag pit stop conditions, race conditions, may very well be the final pit stop of the night for a lot of these crews and drivers. They're going to have to be on it Going to keep our eye on Finmore down there on pit road, as now the 64, he's going to peel to pit road very early. Keep it down to the bottom of the racetrack. Drifts up a little bit, trying to keep it turned down. Oh my gosh, that was close. Woo. That's going to give us yet another lead change here tonight. Christopher Dean going to go to the top spot. Craig Bell staying out on track. Trevor Ryan also stays on track. What does Andrew Caldwell do? Does the 46 stay out on track? We'll have to wait and see. Yes, he's going to stay out on track. Big wiggle off of the corner for Dean. Oh, man, I'm telling you, it looks like a lot of these drivers struggling with this very unique pit road entry. There's no other track on the circuit that you got to enter pit road like this. And now the race back in the hands of this man inside the 14 machine. Craig Bell back to the point. He's got the 18 of Trevor Ryan breathing down his neck right now. Everybody but your top three, one lap down right now as they are caught in the green flag pit cycle. How long will Bell and Ryan stay out on track? And you can see just off in the background, just off in the distance there, you can see Todd Neese, the 60 right there. He's running back in the third position, listed one lap down. But he is all over this pack of drivers, all over the back marker in your race leaders. What does he do? Does he play it patient here? As Bell's going to pull to pit road. Looks like the 80's going to miss pit road. Oh my gosh, no, he's going to correct it. New race leader again. Oh my gosh, I'm telling you, this is making my... Oh my gosh, right across the nose of the 60. How about that move by Cody Richardson? He is slideways. Gosh. Ooh-wee. Finmore back in front of Richardson and Neese. Oh my gosh, did you see that? Did you see that? Crazy move, crazy slide job there. That was awesome. I gotta give it. That was an awesome move there by the 64 of Cody Richardson. He got by Todd Neese. Unfortunately, that heated up the tires a little too much for him on the corner exit, and he gave up that position to Coleridge Finmore, and both Finmore and Richardson now back onto the lead lap. Everybody still chasing Trevor Ryan. Todd Neese has dropped off pace there after a big time scare with that 64 of Richardson just coming right across the nose. Yeah, and I mean, I talk about all types of strategy. You guys are kind of talking about some strategies out there in the chat as well, but did you see that one coming? You can strategize and try to think about everything you can, and then you get stuff like that thrown your way, and it just, okay, here we go. Finmore back to the point. Trevor Ryan has come to pit road. Finmore doesn't have the race lead just yet, but Ryan not to the pit box either just yet, and Finmore now works his way off of turn number 4. He'll cross the start-finish line as Ryan just now into his pit box. And now officially, Finmore has got back to the front, and he's got himself an 8/10 of a second race advantage. Is he going to be able to stretch this thing out like he was able to do early tonight with a much cleaner car? How's he going to approach and race the back markers? As we've seen, that's where the trouble, that's where the calamity happened for that one of Finmore when he got racing with some of those back markers. That's when it all went down, where it all went bad, when he had to work his way back from 6th. I know it's not that far back, 6th place, but you got a lot of great drivers here. And to work your way back from 6th back to the first position after a full green flag fuel run, that is, you're doing something special. You're doing something big. Great job out there tonight so far although Cody Richardson is faster last time around, about a half a second faster to be exact. Something, he may have found a line here. But oh, he's going to give up some of that time right there. You can see the big wiggle out of turn 2 for Richardson. Everybody chases your pole sitter, and now with these final few laps being led by Finmore, he is going to secure the most laps led this time by. There you go, passing the start-finish line, being accredited with that lap. That puts Finmore with the most laps led as we've got 25 to go. And what a gentleman move there by Paul Turner. The Ford machine knows he's kind of down on power, off pace. He's just going to go ahead. He moved all the way out of the racing line, basically down there in the marbles and dust on the backstretch to ensure the race leaders had all the track they needed. Yeah, and that's what I was alluding to, what you're talking about now, too, as well. The rhythm that you can sometimes find yourself in here at Darlington, you kind of get lost in some of these corners sometimes. The way the walls are painted, the entries are very, they look alike. I know when you sit and you stare at them and you look at them, you're like, no, they're pretty different there, Dave. When you're in the car and you're in the moment and you're going around the track and you're on throttle, off throttle, dragging the brakes, on throttle. When you get that rhythm and that feel going and you're getting those lap times in, you end up forgetting it. Am I going into 3 right now, or am I going into 1 right now? Well, I'm going to act like it's 1 and hope it ain't 3, because if I'm wrong, it's going to go bad. Cody Richardson trying to close in on Coleridge Finmore. We do have a battle on track. Let's go back and check this one out. Christine Todd Neese, Colby Tucker all lined up 1, 2, 3 right there, running with each other. 9 of Brian Dorsey trying to run down Craig Bell, who sits in the 6th position, almost 8 seconds behind. The battle that we watch right here between these trio of drivers. Does Dean have enough under the hood to get the job done? How about Neese? He's had some contact with the outside wall. The 96, a little bit of contact with the outside wall there on entry to 1. And that's another thing. We haven't even spoke about that aspect here at Darlington Raceway here. Turn number 1, very unique entry to turn 1. You can enter the corner high, or you can enter it low. But if you miss that entry on the top side of the track, you kind of get thrown right into the wall a little bit, and that's where we've seen the 96 have problems, and they're just misjudging the corner. He's going to go up and collect another Darlington stripe right on that right rear. And oh no, caution! Caution on the track! Oh my goodness, what brought out our latest caution of the night? What do you say we check around the track? We got a thumbs up, we've got it. Let's check the turn 3 replay. Oh, there's the hard hit right there. Trying to save the car in the Colonial Riders 14 machine. Craig Bell trying to save it off of 4. Contact with the outside wall. Back across the track into the inside wall. Front end a little bit worse for wear now. And now we'll go back to the front. Check out what's going to happen on track. Finmore going to come to pit road. Coleridge Finmore coming to pit road. Does he have one more set of tires? We talked about this. What happens if we have a late race caution? Who was able to save some tires? Who is going to have to stay out there on much older tires? It's going to be a big difference if you've got some tires down there in pit lane. Oh my gosh, I'm telling you, this is where it's going to be right here. This is where it's going to be at. So I tell you what we're going to do. We're going to step away, get some brief sponsor breaks and commercials in here, but we're going to step away and we're going to go side by side. You won't miss any other racing action. We'll be right back here from Darlington Raceway.
iRacing, you wanted the best, you got them four abreast. Often imitated, never duplicated. The greatest show on dirt, the World of Outlaws.
And backtrack side, as promised, not going to miss any of the action. Yeah, they're not worried about that stuff. You're good here. You're good in Darlington. You ain't got to worry about having the masks. And plus, they're virtual, so they can do what they want. I still want to know why that one guy in turn one, he's just kind of standing out there all by himself. I mean, just, that's got to be lonely. You're in a packed house full of people and you're all alone. That's got to be a lonely feeling on pit road as the pace car gonna duck off. We're gonna set fire once again with 15 laps to go when we cross the start-finish line. Richardson brings the field to the restart line and green flag flies once again. Here from Darlington Raceway, Dean with a good start on the outside. Started outside pole position, had a rough go on the restart. This time, he was able to get up through the gears, and he's going to grab the top spot off of 2. Lead change, lap number 1 on the restart. Chris Dean going to go to the top spot. Here comes Finmore. He's had a chance to fix some of the damage on the tail end of that machine. You can see it looks a little bit better. Whoa, big moment there for not only Finmore, but also that 47 of Andrew Koska. He's driven his way back up through the field. 18 of Trevor Ryan up into the outside wall, and Finmore pounds the wall. Finmore beats the wall down in 1 and 2. Oh no. That's going to do it, I think. I think that's going to be just too much to overcome too late in tonight's race. Finmore pounds the outside wall. Oh my gosh, the 64 almost pounds the outside wall. Andrew Koska on a tear back up through the field. Can he run down Chris Dean? That's the question. Koska came to pit road, was on pit road for quite some time, got a lot of damage fixed on that machine. Was it enough out of the pit crew to get that 47 to victory lane here tonight from Darlington Raceway in the Wheels for Warriors USA Pro Cup Series? You're watching race number 8 of season number 2 right here on the Turn 3 Racing Network, running him down. He's got to have fresher tires. He was 4/10 faster last time around. Oh boy. And there you can see the big struggle as Dean, you couldn't fit a paper in between him and the outside wall there in turn 4, and Koska is there. Fresh tires and all. Koska is looking for the top spot. He's got to be careful here. Got to tiptoe around. Got to tiptoe through the tulips, as we like to call it sometimes. Got to be very easy here. Pick your pass at the right time. You almost got to set it up like a road course pass. And there you can see that is a great anticipation. Knew the 2 was going to go up the track off of turn 4, and Koska was able to put it down to the bottom of the racetrack. And he's going to grab the race lead in 1 and 2. New race leader with 10 laps to go. 47 of Andrew Koska overcame a lot of adversity here tonight, and Koska goes to the top. Coleridge Fenmore pushing the tires a little too. Oh my gosh, the 64. Did you see him? Ooh. So I get excited. I get excited when I see things. Cody Richardson, all but wrecked right there, was able to keep the car going in the right direction somehow, some way. Tight little battle here between Colby Tucker and Fenmore. Tucker going to prevail for the moment. Here comes Mike Grandy Sr. What a run by him. Grandy up 6 positions. He's looking for the 7th spot as he goes around the outside. Whoa, big move. Big moment for the 96. He's going to pull down to the bottom of the racetrack, now up to the front, and it looks like Fenmore has to come down to the bottom of the racetrack. Tough break for him. We're hearing reports of the engine starting to let go, and Fenmore is off pace, and he is going to fall through the running order. We'll jump back up here, though. How about the run by the 46 of Andrew Caldwell? Little bit of damage on his machine. He's been quiet all night, and here he sits up 16 positions. Started all the way outside of the top 15. Now runs in the 2nd spot here tonight at Darlington in the final 7 laps of the race. My goodness. Yeah, I hear you out there. Ooh, a shiny. I get it. I get it. 6th lap now remained for the 47. We'll check out Koska. There he is, making his way off of turn number 2. Car looks like it is well underneath him now. Looks like Koska has indeed got a handle on not just the track, but on the race car as well. He's got himself a 7/10 of a second advantage over Andrew Caldwell. We'll check the lap times here. Last time around, last time around, fastest on the racetrack. Andrew Caldwell, fastest on the track right now with just 5 laps remaining. Hi, how are ya? High five by the boss man up in the flag stand. Al Smith giving him 5 laps to go. That last time around, we'll have 4 left this time by, but over 7/10 faster last time around was Caldwell, and you can see that gap. It's disappeared. Caldwell is there. Faster once again by 3/10 of a second that time. Yeah, I will agree. This is about to get interesting. 4 laps remaining, less than 3/10 of a second separate your top 2 drivers. Koska was 3/10 faster than your race leader last time around. You can see him right here all over his rear deck lid. Big wiggle with 3 laps to go. Caldwell is there. To the inside into 3 and 4. Ooh, side by side, Koska and Caldwell. Looks like Koska may have the advantage coming off of 4. Big wiggle by both drivers. They'll stay drag racing to the line. Popsicle sticks for Andrew Koska. Just 2 laps now remain. Can Caldwell get there and have a run at it again? He's only going to have 6 more corners. Oh man, he is right there. I say you gotta wait for it. Set it up the next lap and up the track goes Koska. Caldwell, the door's open for Caldwell here. Oh my gosh, and Koska loose off of 4, almost into Caldwell. Caldwell gonna take the race lead. Oh my gosh, Andrew Caldwell not only takes the race lead, but he starts to step away. Already a half a second advantage. Oh my goodness, how about that? Man! The Toyota Camry driver, Andrew Caldwell, off pace a little bit early in the race, and he came to the front when it mattered the most, crossing the line, collecting the checkered flag. Andrew Caldwell will go to victory lane. How about that? What a finish here from Darlington Raceway. Man, that was crazy great racing action. How about Andrew Koska? Hats off to him in the 47 as well, walking away second on the track. Almost had that race win, got a little bit loose, and you can see him instead of possibly taking him and Caldwell out, he turned the wheel back to the left and trying to keep it out of him. Great show of sportsmanship right there, even though he was giving up the race win. 46 Sirius XM machine gonna burn it down, give the fans a smoke show, and we're gonna step away from the track for just a brief commercial break. Don't go anywhere, race fans. We'll be right back.
Yes, sir.
Well, let's make sure everybody's got me and got you again. Great to have you up here in the post-race interview, Chris. Solid night for you tonight after qualifying second. A little bit of trouble in tonight's race, but a great recovery to walk away third. How are you feeling after the run, and how was the car? Because it looked super loose.
Yeah, it was. I'm beat right now. It was just a handful the whole run. You never really got a break, and passing was hard. It was nerve-wracking being side by side with someone, so you really had to pick and choose when to pass.
And, Darlington, known for being somewhat of a single-file track. I mean, it's very, very hard to pass here. But did you find it any harder or any worse with these newer tires?
Yeah, definitely. It was definitely a lot more challenging. I think with that tire update, the car was a lot looser, more of a handful. I mean, it was getting loose mid corner with just the throttle. So, yeah, it was a lot more challenging than it used to be.
Absolutely, my man. Well, again, congratulations with walking away with a podium finish here tonight. I know you would have liked to have made it one, maybe two more spots better, but walking away with a podium, still a great job here tonight from Darlington Raceway. Before we let you go, though, Chris, would you like to give any shout-outs, thank yous, love yous, thank anybody back home?
Yeah, shout out to Wheels for Warriors and everything they do for our veterans that served our country. Shout out to my my team, Long Shot, Double Shot. And thanks to you for putting this on.
Well, we do appreciate the kind words, Chris, and glad to be back at the track and glad to see you back in the podium positions. We'll try to catch up with you again a little bit later on throughout this season.
Thank you, sir.
And there you go. There you have it. Some final words from the driver walking away third here tonight. That's going to move us right along in our post-race interviews. Let's see if we can dial up the driver sitting inside of his 47 machine. Let's see if we can't have a word or two with Andrew Koska. It's Dave in the booth. You got me?
Yeah, I got you, Dave.
How you doing, man? How you feeling after being so close at the end of tonight's race?
Just tired. That was a long and grueling race. I don't even know how many times I smacked the wall there, and I'm glad I was able to get a second place finish out of that. That was exciting.
Exciting all night long. Let's talk about your night, though. You were running up towards the front, had a little bit of trouble, and fell through the field. How were you able to drive your way back up through the field during the race, and was there any tire strategy for you and your crew tonight?
Yeah, I mean, first pit stop there, I ended up missing pit road, having to go around a whole nother time, sputtering on pit road trying to make my pit stall, and then just got some cautions that lined up nicely for me there, and ended up keeping a spare set of tires at the end of the race there, put them on, and was able to drive my way right through the field there at the end.
Well, all those fresh tires, did you maybe use them up a little bit too much, or what happened there on that last lap or so?
Yeah, I definitely used up my tires there a lot at the end, and probably ran out of talent there at the end. Darlington definitely isn't one of my strong tracks, so like I said, second place has been great for me tonight. I'll take it. I would have liked that win, but Andrew seemed like he had a little bit faster machine than me tonight.
Well, if Darlington's not one of your strong suits, you had yourself a heck of a race here tonight, recovering very well from some unfortunate things going on earlier in the night. So congratulations walking away from the track in the podium spots, walking away with second here tonight from Darlington. Before we let you go, though, would you like to give any shout-outs, thank yous, love yous, thank anybody back home that might be watching?
Yeah, first of all, I want to thank Wheels for Warrior for sponsoring our league here. Also, a shout out to Into the Apex podcast. Check us out each week with new podcasts. I believe we're going to be on the scene soon. So check us out at intotheapexpodcast.com. As well, thank family, friends out there watching the race. Too bad I couldn't get the win, but it was a fun race either way.
Absolutely. We had a ball watching it, so I know you guys may, although it may have been taxing, it sure looked fun. Andrew, again, congratulations on the second place here tonight, and we'll try to catch up with you a little bit later on throughout the year.
Sounds good. Thanks, Dave. Have a good evening.
All right, there you have it. That's Andrew Koska walking away with the second spot here tonight, and that's going to move us right along to the driver parked right there at the start-finish line. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Let's see if we can't talk to the driver that captured the checkered flag here tonight inside his Sirius XM 46. Caldwell's Dave, you got your ears on, bud?
I'm here.
Man, first I want to say, how good was those last 2 laps?
Man, I was just trying to catch him without knocking the wall down, but it ended up working, and we were able to win.
Now, I want to talk about a little bit of your night real quick, because you kind of had a quiet night. You looked to be struggling at one point in tonight's race. I believe you were actually off of the lead lap at one venture in tonight's event, and you found a way to get yourself back on the lead lap and drive up through the field. Was there any tire strategy involved in making your way back up through the running order and giving yourself a shot to win here at the end?
It was one of the pit stops. I think it was the first one. The first one of the night, they took tires, and the leader was right behind me. We had a caution, and I was about to go a lap down, so I didn't take tires to try and save some for the end, and ended up working. But I almost went a lap down twice tonight, so I wasn't really thinking I'd end up here.
Well, sometimes you end up where you never thought you would be, and we're glad to see you park that thing on the start-finish line, capturing the checkered flag here from Darlington. If I'm not mistaken, that's also going to secure you with a shot to race for the championship when we hit the championship chase here in season number 2 for the Wheels for Warriors USA Pro Cup Series. So, Andrew, again, congratulations on the great run tonight. Before we let you go and celebrate the rest of the evening, you want to give any shout-outs, thank yous, love yous, thank anybody back home in the shop?
First off, I'd like to thank the sponsor, Wheels for Warriors, for sponsoring us. Wouldn't be possible without them. It's a great cause, and also like to thank my parents, #1 supporters, for letting me come and do this.
Absolutely. Well, if that's all, man, again, congratulations on the top spot, walking away with the checkered flag. Enjoy it, and we'll see if we can't catch up with you again at one of the next few tracks we visit.
I hope so.
All right, there you have it. Andrew Caldwell, a little bit out of breath, a little bit lost for words, just happy he was able to end where he did. And that's in victory lane here tonight from Darlington Raceway. Caldwell walks away with the checkered flag in the top spot here tonight. What a race we had, race fans. My goodness, great racing action all over the place all night long. And that is going to indeed lead us to our post-race. And producers, sounds like they've already hit those buttons in the background, so you know those tunes. It's time to run down tonight's unofficial race results. Race number 8 here from Darlington Raceway for the Wheels for Warriors, a USA Pro Cup Series. The 46 of Andrew Caldwell gets the job done, walks away with the top spot in the checkered flag. Caldwell wins. Second place tonight belongs to Andrew Koska. Chris Dean rounding out the podium. Drivers Mike Grandy Sr. back and forth. Fifth place tonight, Colby Tucker. The 60 of Todd Neese going to walk away from the track in 6th position. 7th belongs to Trevor Ryan. Brian Dorsey, Coleridge Finmore, and Cole Gray round out your top 10. 78 of Bob Rogerson was able to come home 11th tonight. 12th place to Cody Richardson. Matt Kontosh has some trouble. He'll finish multiple laps down. Back in 13th. 14th spot to the 4 of Paul Turner. David Rogerson, Crank Bell back in 16th. Tom Richter with some trouble involved in an on-track incident, and Richter will walk away from the track in 17th. 18th place here tonight to Dave Gainforth. 19th on the track belongs to Justin Groves. Chris Wold will round out your top 20. Patrick Stein, Eric Anderson, Jerry Isaacs rounds out the running order here tonight. If you haven't already, race fan, join us in that push. Tell your friends to tell their friends to tell their family and friends. Join us in that quest to 3,000 subscribers. Show these drivers some love. Drop them that thumbs up, click subscribe, and smash that bell over there. It's on the right-hand side. It's right there. Smash it. Go ahead. It won't break. You can smash it. Get notified anytime we go live here on the Turn 3 Racing Network, whether it's myself, Dave in the Cave, or anybody else back at the Turn 3 headquarters. We do appreciate each and every one of you, each and every time you stop by. Scroll on down through the description. Head on over to Wheels for Warriors USA. Check them on out. Great organization helping our veterans out. Wheels for Warriors USA, helping vets 2 wheels at a time. And we'll roll up the cords, get ready to head across the country to next week's track. Keep it right here. Keep it tuned in. Until then, stay safe, stay loved, my friends, and we'll meet you in Turn 3.